election was so widespread that it could affect the results in a third of provinces, calling into question the credibility of a vote that was an important test of the American and Afghan effort to build a stable and legitimate government there. The complaints to provincial election commissions have so far included video clips showing ballot stuffing, the strong-arming of election officials by candidates' agents, and even the handcuffing and detention of election workers. In some places, election officials themselves are alleged to have carried out the fraud. In others, witnesses say government employees did. One video showed election officials and a candidate's representatives haggling over the price of votes.
Today's concern are in two layers. One, what has happened will not be addressed. Massive rigging, massive fraud will not be addressed. And the second one is that from now on, there is the possibility of fraud even now.
Many of the complaints have come from candidates and election officials and were supported by Afghan and international election observers and diplomats. The fraud appeared to cut both for and against the government of President Hamid Karzai, much of it benefiting sometimes unsavory local power brokers. But in the important southern province of Kandahar, where election officials threw out 76% of the ballots in last year's badly tainted presidential election, candidates accused the president's influential half-brother Ahmed Wali Karzai of drawing up a list of winners even before the election on September 18th for Parliament was carried out. A less than credible parliamentary election following last year's tarnished presidential vote would place international forces in the increasingly awkward position of defending a government of waning legitimacy, and diplomats acknowledge that it could undermine efforts to persuade countries to maintain their financing and troop levels.